this is the video for the integration lab. Boy, I haven't had a voice for over a week now due to allergies. It tends to go into my vocal cords, so I may sound a little bit funny, but this is the best I've been in over a week now. So your lab now for integration, you will download a compressed folder that's in the assignment link. When you download the compressed folder, it will say Integration Training Lab Files. The file will have a zipper on it, which means the files are compressed because there's several files. You cannot work with compressed files. You have to uncompress them or unshrink them, make them normal size. So the first thing in your instructions in Blackboard is to download the compressed folder and then immediately extract all files. And how you do that is you right-click on the compressed folder. So I'm just going to right-click. Then you want to take the option on the shortcut menu to extract all. If you're using Windows 7, all you have to do is click on the extract button at the bottom of the wizard window. If you're using Windows XP, you will have a button called Next. So what you will do in Windows XP is just click on the Next button, and then the Finish button. But for Windows 7, just hit the Extract. Now, one important thing, you have to make sure you are using the files that are in the uncompressed folder. Do not use the files that are in the compressed folder with the zipper on it. So just to make sure I'm using the correct files, I'm going to go ahead and delete my integration folder that has the zipper on it so that I know I'm not using the wrong files, because you can always go back in and download it. So I'm going to delete that and make sure I have a folder that is opened and with no zipper on it. Okay, so in the Blackboard instructions, it's going to tell you to extract the files, which we did. Open the folder and find the Integration Training Lab Instructions file. So we're going to open that file. And then we're going to follow the instructions here. And the first thing we're going to do, now integration means mixing your different applications programs. What we're going to do here on number 1 is a mail merge, meaning we're going to take a list of records in the database file, which is an access file called fitness, and we're going to integrate all of those names into a letter, which is just a word processing document. So all the clients that are listed in this fitness file, we will merge with the letter file, and so when it comes time to send a letter to how many ever people or records we have in that fitness file, say 30, we merge it with that letter, and we only have one letter, then when we do the merge, you will have one letter per record in your database file. So if you hit the print key after you've done the merge, 30 letters are going to come out. So the first thing we're going to do is open the letter Word file from the Integration Training Lab file folder. We're going to perform a mail merge. So I'm going to now bring up from my taskbar my folder that does not have a zipper on it. So we're going to open the letter Word file, double click to open it, and we're going to perform a mail merge. So the second right here, the next thing we need to do is select the Mailings tab and click the Start Mail Merge button. So with my Word document, I'm going to click on the Mailings tab on the ribbon, and then the Start Mail Merge group, I'm going to click on the Start Mail Merge button. The last option in the shortcut menu is Step-by-Step Mail Merge Wizard. Click on that option because we're going to use the wizard, which talks us through everything. And then this is your Mail Merge task pane on the right side of your screen. So the next instruction says in the Mail Merge task pane at the right, use an existing list section. In the Use the Existing List section, make sure that's check marked. And what we want to do is we're going to browse and find that fitness database file, the fitness access file. So on Use an Existing List, we're going to click the Browse button. On your desktop or wherever you saved your integration folder files, I did it on the desktop. So in here, I'm going to click on the desktop. I'm going to find my Integration Training Labs file. There again, make sure you're using the folder without a zipper. If you didn't delete it, make sure if there's one with a zipper, don't use it, use the one without. And what we're going to do is find the fitness file. So here's our fitness access file. And we're going to double click on it. And what is in this file is, you can see a bunch of names. So last name, first name, address, city, state, zip. Okay. In the data source section here, you need to click the fitness file name. And then we're going to click the edit button. And you're going to add yourself here to the database list. So now we're going to click the New Entry button. And on the first name, type in your first name. Hit your Tab key, type in your last name. Hit your Tab key, type in any kind of a fake address. Something, keep it short so you don't have to do too much typing. Tab, I'm going to do Conway. Tab AR for Arkansas. Tab 72034 for the zip. Now when you get to this last step here, this is very important, and it's highlighted in yellow on the instructions that you use your Tab key to get from field to field. But when you get to the last field, which is the zip code here, if you hit enter, it's going to cause a new record to appear, and it will not let you get out till you fill it in, so you'd have to delete it. After you hit the zip, after you enter the zip, just click the OK button here. Just make sure you click OK, or else it's going to start a new record, and you're going to have to delete the new record. So click OK. And you're going to get this message. Do you want to update it? Say yes. Click on yes. Now we're going to sort the database. Just scroll through here and make sure you see your name in here. And there I am, the last one. Now we're going to do a traditional sort where you sort last name and then first name. So your primary sort is last name. Your secondary is first name, so that if you have multiple last names, your first name is sorted within the multiple last names. So we're going to click on this sort button and sort by in the first box. Let's drop down the arrow and go last name, and we want ascending. Then by, our secondary sort will be first name, ascending, and that's all we need. So click on the OK button on the filter and sort box. Go ahead and click on the OK button for the mail merge, because we're not going to do any more for that one. And now in your mail merge task pane on the right hand side of your screen, we're on step 3 of 6. So we need to go to the next step. So click the option at the bottom that says next, write your letter. And what we want to do here is, in your form letter here, you have in these square brackets where you want to insert the address block for the client and a greeting. So delete the insert address block, either backspace it out, and wherever that insertion point is in that letter is where your address block is going to come in. So just make sure it's one space, one line, blank line between the date and where you're going to insert it. In your mail merge task pane, click on the address block. And you can't accept the defaults, but you can see you can change any one of these styles as far as the recipient's name's format, whether you want the first name first and last. So we're going to accept the default. That's fine. Click OK. Now we want to do a greeting line. So we need to delete the insert greeting line where it was shown to, where it wanted to be displayed. So now in your mail merge task pane, on the right side of your screen, click on greeting line. And there again, you can change it to dear, to none. I'm just going to accept the defaults. You can change the name of the format of the name any way you want it. Or There again, for the greeting, you can have a comma, you can have a colon, or nothing. So I'm going to accept the defaults. I'm not going to change any, but just do know you have several options here to any style that you want. And then click OK. So our greeting line is in. The next thing we need to do is on step 4 of 6. We need to perform the next step. So click on the option that says Next, preview your letters. And if you have any kind of spacing, you would click here. So if there's any editing that needs to be performed now, you can scroll through here. After sincerely, go ahead where it says enter your name here, type in your first and last name. And yeah, it's not very logical, but you are going to have a letter addressed to yourself with your signature. And now, the next thing you want to do is on step 5 of 6 in your Mail Merge task pane, click on Complete the Merge. And now what we want to do is in the Complete the Merge section, we want to edit the individual letters because we only have one here. We want to do all the letters, all the records in the fitness file. So edit the individual records, and we want to merge all of them. So make sure the All button is clicked. Click on the OK. And now when you scroll through here, you should see it looks like 14 letters. They should be in alphabetical order, and one should be addressed to you. So your name should be in here in the address block. And if you scroll through here, and there I am. So just scroll and make sure you have 20-something letters, 14 letters, and that one is addressed to you. Now we're going to save this file. We're going to name it Merge Letters, and we're going to save it in the Integration Training Lab folder on your desktop. There again, make sure you're saving it in the uncompressed. So on your ribbon, click on File. In the shortcut menu, click on Save As. On your desktop or wherever you saved this folder where you downloaded it, find the Integration Training Lab file folder that has no zipper on it. Select it, and then change the file name to Merged Letters and click Save. Okay, we're going to close Word because we're done with that. If it asks you to save the changes made to letter, that we don't need the letter file change. That was just your form letter. You already saved your merged letter, so you do not have to save it. It's not going to matter if you save it or not because I'm not looking at the letter file. That's a file I gave you. So I'm going to do don't save, but it's not that big a deal. Okay, so we performed step 1, which is a mail merge. Now we're going to do integration using a word processing file and a PowerPoint file. And what we're going to do is we have an outline in a word processing file, and we want to make that outline into slides in PowerPoint. So if you have a word outline, you do not have to type or copy and paste the text from Word into PowerPoint. You can automatically make your Word document outline into the slides itself. So the first thing we're going to do here is open the lifestyle presentation file from the folder. So I'm going to now bring up my integration training file folder and open the lifestyles presentation. I'm going to show you the Word document first. This is what you're going to do is this overview and outline. This is a Word document. If I close the outline view, all I have here is an outline. If you're doing a presentation and you're doing your outline in Word, then you want to convert it to PowerPoint slides, you can. So right here, if I have an outline, and notice this happens to be a size 16 font size, this is what I'd want for my heading on my slide. And then what I want for bullets, I have a size 14 here, so it's a smaller font size. So this would be interpreted, since it's a size 16 font, as a header. And then you can also have sub-bullets. Notice this one here is a size 16, then a size 14, and then I have some sub-bullets to this one that's a size 13. And so once you have your outline, if you want to view it, you just click on View, Outline, and you can see here's your main heading, here's a bullet, and here's sub-bullets. Okay, so I just wanted you to see what the Word file looked like. So we're going to open our presentation, Lifestyles presentation, PowerPoint file. It has one slide in it. Make sure you enable editing. And now, if you have worked with a group or you're doing a presentation and you did all your outline in Word, all your power thinking in Word, to make these into slides, on the Home tab, if you click on the New Slide down arrow here on your button, now click on the New Slide drop down arrow, go to the very bottom of the menu and select Slides from Outline. Find wherever on your computer you saved your Integration Training Lab folder. So I saved it on the desktop, so I'm going to click on Desktop. I'm going to find my Integration Training Lab files, open that folder, and then double click the file name Overview Outline. And the slides come in and they're made exactly according to the outline in Word. You don't have to retype any of those texts. You don't have to copy and paste text from Word into PowerPoint. It will make the slides for you. And even here, where we had sub-bullets, notice it, because this was a size 13 in Word, it automatically made these sub-bullets to this bullet. So it will do it for you. Okay, let's go ahead and save this one. Now, it's already in the integration folder, and you don't need to change the name. So all you have to do is up here on your quick access toolbar, just click on the Save button, and then you can close it out. So you saved over it, but that's fine. I want to bring up my instructions. So we're on number 3. We're going to link a spreadsheet file with a word processing file. If I have data in a spreadsheet, an Excel file, and I want to, if I ever make any changes in the Excel file, and I have that worksheet in a word processing file, then, and what we're doing here is a brochure. We have services and prices of the services. If you ever change your prices of some service that you're providing in Excel, and we have a brochure that we're going to send out to customers with those prices in it, if you forget to go into Word and change those prices in there, then you're sending out a brochure with the incorrect prices for your service. If you will link the Excel spreadsheet with the Word document, then anytime you make a change in the Excel spreadsheet, it will automatically be made in the word processing, and you don't have any differences. So it's a security blanket. So that's what we're going to do, is link an Excel spreadsheet into a word processing file, so that whenever changes are made in that Excel file, they're automatically updated and changed in the word processing file, so you don't have to remember to go back and forth. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is open Lifestyle's most requested file. So I'm going to now bring up my folder that contains my work files. We're going to open the Lifestyle Services. It's an Excel file. And what we want to do is, these are the services. I'm going to enable content provided by this particular home health service. And we want to select the range A9 Oop. Oh, I did the wrong file, Lifestyle Services. I want Lifestyles Most Requested. My bad. I was a step ahead. I'm going to enable content. And what I want to do is I'm making a brochure that I will send out to clients, potential clients. And I want to show them the most commonly used offered services of this company. So we're going to select the range A9 to C21. And then we're going to copy this. So on my home tab in my clipboard group, I'm going to click the copy button. And then now I want to open my lifestyle brochure file, which is a word processing file. So I'm going to bring up my folder with the work files in it. And I'm going to find my lifestyles brochure, which is a Word document. And we want to scroll down till we see page 3. So this is just a brochure we're going to send out. On page 3, after the first paragraph, click and place the cursor, your insertion point, so that there is one blank space between the end of this paragraph, which is the following table lists the services that are most commonly requested. And we're going to now, and what we have to do here is we can't paste it. We have to do a paste special. So this is very, very important. Click on your home tab in the clipboard group, the drop down arrow underneath the word paste. We have to do a paste special. So from the shortcut menu, click paste special. And this is where the link happens. Right here on your paste special dialog box, make sure you click the radio button in front of paste link. And then in the as group, make sure you select Microsoft Excel worksheet object. And now click OK. And what we selected from Excel should appear in here. Now we're going to do another one from Excel too. So here on the instructions, we're going to now open the lifestyle, the next lifestyle one. So now we're going to open the lifestyle services. And we're going to select now the range A1 to C14. We're going to copy this to the clipboard. So on the home tab in the clipboard group, click the copy button. We're going to now bring up our lifestyles brochure. And now on page 2, so I'm going to scroll up till I find page 2. And what we want to do here is where do you start to find the services? Make sure I'm on the right paragraph. Okay. After the second paragraph here, after the statement, following is a partial list of services we provide. I'm just going to hit enter a couple of times so that my insertion point is 2 lines after the last paragraph. And we're going to do the paste special again. So on the home tab in the clipboard group, click on the drop down arrow for paste. Select paste special. Make sure you click the radio button in front of paste link. Make sure you click it as a Microsoft Excel worksheet object. And then click OK. Now on the next instruction here, to make sure this works, we're going to, did I do that? Yes. We're going to save and close the lifestyle brochure file, which is the word processing file. And we're going to just keep the original name. So all we're going to do is save and close it. So I'm going to bring up my brochure file. Up on your quick access toolbar, just click on the diskette to save it. And then close it. Now to test our link, we're going to open the Lifestyles most requested file. So down here where my Excel is, which I don't have that one open, I'm going to go back to my folder and open the Lifestyles most requested. I am now going to change cell B10 to, I'm going to now change cells B10 to 2500 and cell C10 to 18. And I want to save this file. You don't need to change the name, just save it and close it. I am now in my Lifestyle Services file going to change cell B2 we're going to change to 32, and for 3 hours service, cell C2 we're going to change to 85. Save and close the Lifestyle Services file. Now we want to test if the links work. So we're going to open the Lifestyle Brochure file from the integrated folder. So my Lifestyles Brochure. Double click to open it. And it should, when you open it, come up and say, this document contains a link to another file. Do you want to update it? Say yes. Click on the yes. Scroll down to your table. And we change the, now, depending on the system you have, these values may automatically be changed. You may all of a sudden see the 32 and the 85. If you don't, what you have to do is right-click on the table, click on Update Link, and now there's my 32 and my 85. Go to your second table, and we changed the 2489 to 2500 in the Excel file, and the 15 to 18. If the update didn't automatically take effect, then right-click on the table, Update Link, and it should change automatically to the 25 and the 18. So now, go ahead and save and close your Lifestyles Brochure. So just save, just click the Save from the Quick Access toolbar and close your file. Okay. The next thing we're going to do on number 4 is import a worksheet, which would be an Excel spreadsheet file, into a Access database file. So if I have a spreadsheet that I want to make into a table into Access, you don't have to copy and paste. You don't have to retype everything. You can automatically convert a spreadsheet file in Excel into a table into an Access file. So the first thing we're going to do is open the fitness file from the integrated training lab folder. So I'm going to bring up my folder that contains all my work files. We're going to open the fitness file, which is an Access file. Double click on it. Open. Excuse me. Enable the content. Click the External Data tab on the ribbon. We're importing, so make sure you're in the Import section, a worksheet that is in an Excel file. So make sure you click the Excel button. Now we want to browse to find the file. So on your Get External Data wizard, click on Browse. And wherever you saved your integration files, mine's on the desktop in the Integration Training Lab Files folder. I'm open that folder, and I want to, we're going to import the Lifestyle Services. So now, so whatever we had in there, which was the services and how much they cost, we're going to put this into a table, into Access. So either double click on Lifestyle Services or single click and click Open, either way. Now we want to import it here. If we wanted to add it to a table that already existed in this database file, we would click on Append to Copy and then find the table that we wanted to append it to, but we want to import it just as a brand new table. So now click OK. The Excel worksheet has 3 different worksheets in it. Services, Case Management, Sheet 3. We want the services, so make sure you click the Services worksheet, and we're in a wizard, so click Next. The first row contains the column headings, and it did. I made sure the file had whatever column headings, whatever field headings I wanted as the first row. So just click Next. We will accept the defaults here, so just click Next. I don't have a primary key in here. Typically, you might, if you want access to automatically do a primary key, of course, it's going to call it ID and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the default. If you already had one in here, let's say I would want my primary key to be, if I already happen to have an ID in here, I could select it. Or in our case, we're not going to have a primary key. So click No Primary Key. Click Next. We want to call it Services, so we're not going to change the name of the table. So click Finish. There's no sense in saving the import steps because we went through the wizards and it's very simple to do. So just click Close. And now, in your fitness database file, you should have a brand new table called Services. If you open it, it should look exactly like the worksheet in your Excel file. Okay? So now save your Access file, and we don't need to rename it or anything. So up on your ribbon, click on the diskette on the Quick Access toolbar, and then just close it. Okay, number 5, we're going to embed and link a worksheet to a PowerPoint slide. So this is the same thing we did with that brochure. All we're going to do is now take a worksheet in Excel and link it to the data on a slide in PowerPoint. Okay, so we're going to open the Lifestyle Services file. So I'm going to bring up my folder. I'm going to open the Lifestyle Services file, which is an Excel file. We're going to there and again select the range A1 to C14. We're going to then click on Copy on the Home tab in the Clipboard group. Just click the Copy button. It copies it to the clipboard. We're going to now, from our Integration Files folder, open the Lifestyle Presentation, which is a PowerPoint file. After the last slide, so I'm going to go down here to my summary. The last file, just make sure slide. Make sure you go to the very last slide. And we're going to insert a new blank slide. So on the Home tab, in the Slides group, click on the New Slide drop-down arrow. Find the New Blank slide. Select that layout. Now we're going to have to use the Space Special again to make it as a link. So on your Home tab in your Clipboard group, click the drop-down arrow for Paste. Select Paste Special. Make sure you click the Paste Link. We want to link these together so that if anytime I go into Excel and change any data in that Excel file, it will automatically be updated on this slide so I have consistency in my data. Make sure the Microsoft Excel worksheet object is selected and then click OK. Resize your data, resize the document or the text that came in to the slide to make it a little bit larger. Now we're going to save and close our PowerPoint presentation file without changing the name. So up on your ribbon, just click on the Quick Access toolbar, the Save option, and close it because we're going to test the link now. So now bring up your Lifestyle Services file. On cell B3 on Home Health Care, change it to 25 And in C3, change the cost to 58 and just hit enter. You don't have to do the dollar sign. It's already formatted for that. Now we're going to save and close our Excel file. So up on your quick access toolbar, click on the save icon and close it. Now we're going to open our PowerPoint file to see if the link worked, see if it will automatically update it. So now open the Lifestyle Presentation PowerPoint file. It should come up, if your link worked, you should come up and see the presentation contains a link. Click on the Update Links. Now scroll down to the slide, and we changed the home health care from 21 or 22 to 25, and to 58. It automatically updated, so I don't have to worry about going back and forth anytime I make changes. So go ahead and save and close your PowerPoint file. And the last integration we're going to do here is import slides from one PowerPoint to another. So if we have two different PowerPoint presentations and I want some slides in one into the other, you don't have to copy and paste the slides. You don't have to retype the slides. You don't have to rebuild the slides. You can just import them in. I know in several disciplines at UCA, you usually have to work in groups, and groups are delegated different tasks. This group will work on this part of the presentation, another group on another. So if they make their own PowerPoint slides, you can import them. You don't have to redo them. So we're going to open the PowerPoint Part 1 file from the folder. So I'm going to bring up my folder that has my work files in it. We're going to open the PowerPoint 1. Notice it has, let's go ahead and enable editing, should have 4 slides in it. Okay. My computer is running slow today. So 1, 2, 3, 4 slides. On the Home tab, now I'm going to minimize this. You don't have to do that. I just want to show you what PowerPoint 2 has in it. So if this is Group 1 and Group 2, we have 4 slides in the PowerPoint Part 2 one. So you never even have to open your second file. So here's Part 1. This is Group 1. Here's their slides. Group 2, we need to import their slides into Group 1s to make the PowerPoint. So we're going to now make sure you click on the Home tab, and in the Slides group, click on the drop-down arrow, and the last option in the shortcut menu, click on Reuse Slides. In your Reuse Slides task pane, click on the Browse button, and we're going to pull this in from a file, so click on Browse File. And find your folder that has your work files in it, your Integration Training Lab files. Make sure you're using the folder without the zipper on it. And we're going to now select our PowerPoint Part 2 file. You may double click on the file name or click once and click Open. And you will see all the slides come in. So if you only want one particular slide, what you'll do is just right click and insert that slide. Or in our case, we want to select, I didn't want to do that. We want to insert all the slides. So what we're going to do is right click on the first slide thumbnail. We're going to insert all slides. And now voila, I have 8 slides in my my presentation. I imported them. I do not have to copy and paste. I do not have to rebuild slides. I do not have to retype anything. So let's go ahead and save and close your PowerPoint file. And we are done. So what you're going to have to do now is I'm going to close out my integration file folder. What I need to do is get back to my desktop. You cannot submit an uncompressed folder through Blackboard. What you have to do now is anywhere's on open space on your desktop, we're going to have to make a compressed folder. So in any open white space, right click from the shortcut menu, point to New, and then find the compressed folder. Do not use regular folder. You will not be able to submit it. Find toward the bottom of the shortcut menu where it says compressed zipped folder. Select it. And the instructions say to name this Answers And what you're going to do is drag and drop your integration lab files folder here that has all your work in it. Drag and drop it into the answers compressed file folder. Open it and make sure it's in there. If it's not, and there again, this depends on your system. I'm going to go ahead and delete mine. If it's not in there after you drag and drop, what you're going to have to do on some systems, you have to actually open the folder. And the only way is to drag and drop it into the open compressed folder. So if it is not in there after you drag and drop, then open the folder and drag and drop it into the open folder. Then close it and submit your answers.zip file folder via the proper Blackboard assignment link. If you have any problems, please contact me.